The scrawl from Mr. Leo. My footsteps echoed down the dark office corridor. I ran with all my might. My phone notifications kept ringing incessantly. "What more do you want from me?" I shouted. On the screen, there was only one message. "Pay with your soul." I collapsed onto the floor. The card in my pocket felt icy cold, throbbing like a living heartbeat. I pressed the black button on my phone, and everything went dark, utterly dark. Something seemed to reach out and grip me. Suddenly, I remembered how all of this began. Heavy rain poured that night at the office. After 3 months of overtime, sleep-deprived, I felt like I had sacrificed everything for this job, work I never wanted. But I had a masterpiece that had to be proven, and I decided tonight would be my proof. This project had to be finished. It was my masterpiece. It was my soul. I heard footsteps entering the office. I already knew it was my boss, Mr. Hart. With a heavy, arrogant, impatient voice, he demanded that all work be finished tonight, and all he wanted was his satisfaction. I was a little nervous, but excited. "Yes, sir." I explained all the details. "So, as you can see on the first slide, our approach to this demographic data is entirely new. I've managed to create an algorithm." But my boss just said, yes, skip the technical stuff. Get to the point. What's in it for us?" With a cool head, I tried to explain further. "The point is, with this method, we can increase client engagement by 40% in the first quarter. This has never been done before. With this innovation, we'll revolutionize the way we work." But he dismissed it with doubt, seeing too much risk. I tried to stay calm and reassure him, but he got angry and asked me to reevaluate everything from scratch. I felt crushed, even though I had done everything carefully. I needed justice. I was frustrated. I threw an old stack of documents to the floor. I went to the desk in the corner. There was Sarah. She was the only person who truly understood and could exchange ideas with me. I told her everything. She listened patiently, trying to calm me down. Sarah replied, "Your work is excellent. Maybe it's just how you explained it to Mr. Hart that wasn't right." I understood her point. Maybe I was at fault. Sarah suggested, "I'll explain it to Mr. Hart for you." Smiling, I enthusiastically said, "Okay, I trust you." The next day, we had a meeting. During the meeting, Sarah explained everything. I was relieved. Her explanation was accepted by the boss. I heard it myself. But what drained me completely, Mr. Hart said, "Your work is outstanding, Sarah. I'll recommend it to the board of directors." Sarah just smiled. In my broken heart, I thought, wait, Sarah's work? I just sat there, silent, in the cold, empty meeting room. On the projector screen, my masterpiece still shone, but it no longer felt like mine. I could hear their laughter faintly in the corridor, the laughter of victory. Around me, only long silence. I felt it, the pain in my chest. I wanted to cry, but no tears fell. I walked home, my steps heavy, heavier with each stride, as if something was dragging my legs. I could feel many people passing by, but everyone felt strange and hollow. My gaze empty. I arrived at my small apartment, collapsed onto my bed, My tears flowed uncontrollably. I was broken. That's when I saw it. On my desk, next to my keyboard soaked with tears, was a thin black box. Elegant, with a symbol I had never seen. I never brought this box into my room. On it, my name was engraved in silver letters. I opened it. Inside, resting on a silk cushion, was a credit card. Jet black, no numbers, just a strange symbol and a barcode. I scanned the barcode with my phone, and suddenly a strange shopping page appeared. All prices, $0. I gave a bitter smile. I thought it was just a joke. On Wednesday morning, I returned to the office. I looked at the card again. It seemed to whisper to me, compelling my hand to use it. There was a barcode on the back. I wasn't yet interested in the items there, although they were abundant, until I found the most ridiculous one, labeled, "Buy a break." I pressed it. Suddenly, my boss announced an important meeting and said, "All employees are to take a 2-week paid break." I was shocked. A shiver running down my spine. This was strange. I went home feeling happy. That night, I invited Sarah to dinner. We talked, but Sarah rarely answered. I tried to joke, but she didn't laugh at all. She was focused on her phone. Feeling awkward, I opened my phone too. Opened the app again. In the special category, I bought charm. Suddenly, Sarah laughed at all my jokes, looking at me with admiration. I got what I wanted, but the touch felt hollow. I felt she wasn't really Sarah. There was a notification. I ignored it. The next morning, I started buying many things: luxury clothes, watches, sports cars, lavish houses, all obtained easily with just one click. I partied with beautiful women, went to Hart's house and bought it, forcing him out that day. Hart begged me. I didn't care. I sent a ton of money to Sarah's doorstep. She cried and begged me to marry her, but I didn't care. All I wanted was money. A month passed. I felt like a predator. I won. I had everything. I could make others do anything for me. Hart, once arrogant, was now the pool cleaner in my backyard. But every night I felt empty. I felt cold marble beneath my feet. No sense of home. Every luxury I bought seemed to steal a piece of my soul. Food tasted bland. Music sounded like noise. My mother's face on the phone was just an image on a screen. Touch felt like a tree branch. The world around me turned gray. Until tonight, when that notification came. Relentlessly, without pause. The final motivation. With a message that could not vanish. Pay with your soul. I threw the phone and the credit card away, but they returned to my pocket. Something shook my head. The notification sound kept ringing. I screamed with all my might, but no one heard me. I ran as far as I could. Something chased me closer and closer. I ran to my office. I opened the app and searched the special category until I found it. Exchange with what you have. Without hesitation, I pressed it repeatedly. Suddenly, everything went dark. Silent. I jolted awake. The light was blinding. Slowly, I opened my eyes, my head aching. I looked. I was still in the office, lying on the floor. My laptop was on. The presentation slides were still on the meeting screen. People stood before me. Mr. Hart. And there was Sarah. Mr. Hart helped me up, holding me by the shoulders. He said, "Your presentation was excellent and remarkable. We will use your idea," he said softly, smiling. Sarah looked at me, smiled sincerely. "I already told Mr. Hart that it was your idea." Everyone applauded. My tears finally fell. The burden on my chest lifted. My head felt light. The notification sound vanished. I checked my pocket. The credit card was gone. That day I said, "Never give up on what you dream of. Don't complain about the process, because when the time comes, everything will be rewarded sweetly, and you don't need to sell your soul to achieve your dreams."